มัน Hello, sorry, I was not hearing.
Okay, Gianna, you may start.
Okay. Om Shanti, respected brothers and sisters. I am Juna Munier and I'm currently a BPTC student at the University of BPP. As a legal person, I strongly believe that each and every individual in the legal profession need to firmly trust and believe in themselves. Meeting challenges and deadlines, taking risks, moving forward, as well as maintaining a sound and calm mental health. Self-confidence is the key to success. While a low self-confidence can lead to depression, anxiety, and stress, a high level of self-confidence is key to positive mental health and well-being, which is primordial for all professionals, especially in the legal fields. Before going any further on today's topic, self-confidence, I humbly invite Sister Rupa to give us some words of blessing and wisdom.
Thank you, Sister Juna. Om Shanti. Good evening to everyone. It's a really great pleasure to be together again on this very essential topic where we develop our self-confidence. Today we heartily congratulate our brother Ved Prakash Tohal. Now he's being decorated and honored, and so we won't be having him today, but instead we are really happy to welcome our overseas dear divine brother who accepted readily to join us for this session, now Brother Ishwarya. So we heartily welcome him among us today. And so with the blessing of the Almighty, the Supreme Father, the realization in the self about, just like we say, spirituality. Now, the first thing that brings self-confidence, spirit means the self, the soul, and spirituality is the power that the soul has in itself, about the knowledge about our own self, brings light and confidence in us. Now, so the more we are enlightened about our own self, means realization of ourself and the powers, the virtues that the soul possesses, that brings our real confidence. And of course, when we think of soul, the intimate and closest relationship of soul is with the Supreme Soul. And so the child and the father. Now we are all children of the Supreme Soul. We are souls, we are spirits, we are full of all the divine qualities of the Supreme Father. But in the long run, while playing our role in the unlimited world drama, sometimes we forget that. So when we come back to our own consciousness of soul, those powers are really felt from within, and that helps us to develop our self-confidence. So coming back to our self-confidence, we discover the real values, the virtues, the divine powers that the soul has, which are very essential in our daily routine, our every activity, not just on the professional level, but in all aspects of our life. So that means with the divine thought connected with the Almighty Authority, the Supreme, that means the source from where the flow of the divine power comes within, and automatically those powers work where we feel comfortable, we feel happy, and we feel that success is ahead every step we are doing on the right path, in the right way, and attaining success. Success brings a lot of happiness. Happiness gives us very good health, relationship, means healthy in all the different aspects of whatever we call health. So our physical, mental, spiritual, social, all the different aspects of health is there when we are healthy. And so we can perform much better. The output of work is much better and satisfaction is there. So in this way, we see all the values are connected one with the other to bring a perfect way of living a happy life, and that is the aim of each and every one of us. So with all these experiences, all our brothers and sisters who join us today now will benefit and go through those very beautiful experiences to enhance our own life and help others as well to bring that betterment in our life. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Hope together we'll be very happy and benefit a lot. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Rupa, for those beautiful words of wisdom. Today, it is an immense pleasure to have with us a very special guest, respected Brother Justice Aishwarya, who is a former acting Chief Justice at Andhra Pradesh High Court, a former chairman at NCBC, and is presently the chairperson at Andhra Pradesh Higher Education Commission. Greeting of peace and love to you, sir, from Mauritius, and thank you for accepting our invitation for today's interactive session on how to boost up self-confidence. We humbly request you to say a few words on today's topic on how to boost self-confidence in the legal profession, especially for young people.
Can you unmute yourself, please, brother?
Just before starting, can I see the participants also in the webinar, Diana?
Yes.
You can. I would like to see most of them. Suppose if they are exhibited on the screen, the participants.
Okay, a special request to all the participants, if possible, to come with your videos. Please put on your videos because the brother would like to interact with you and see.
The connection at my place is very bad, so if I turn on the video, it is going to stop. It's going to freeze at my place.
Okay, no problem.
I'll have to go outside to get better connection. But I'll try.
So some are able to come on video and some will be just on audio by G. Please bear with us.
Okay.
And some are watching on YouTube.
Okay. Very good evening, all my brothers and sisters, and especially the legal professionals who are still studying and who are practicing. And my thanks to mainly the Brahma Kumaris who are organizing of Mauritius, who are organizing this this webinar on the subject of how to boost the self-confidence in the legal profession. And also my special thanks to Mr. Professor Ved Prakash Tharur, because of because he was being decorated today. Therefore, the Brahma Kumaris have given me the chance and opportunity to replacing him and to supplement his inconvenience, so that this topic I can take up, benefiting the law students and the legal professionals. Though I have not seen the Mauritius, but I have, though I was busy today in my official work, then I had a cursory look about the some information about the Mauritius. Mauritius is almost when the America was found, just 600 years or 700 years back, in the beginning of 16th century, there was no habitation in Mauritius, but the many persons from the undivided India, mainly undivided India, and other countries were brought for the purpose of working, and those poor and skilled persons have developed the today's Mauritius. Therefore, our gratitude and regards to our forefathers, whoever have undergone many problems and build the Mauritius as a developed nation. So majority of the Mauritius people who follows the Hindu religion is 48.5%, and Roman Catholics 26.3%, Muslims 17.3%, and other Christian community 6.4%, and other small insignificant religious groups who doesn't follow 1.5%. So Mauritius country, I came to know that it is a welfare state, and I'm very happy to know that the government of Mauritius provides free universal health, free education, and up to the tertiary level, and free public transport for the students, senior citizens, and disabled. And this kind of the welfare measures are not being implemented even in developing countries like India. Therefore, in my view, when I was going through something about the Mauritius is more developed than India. Mauritius is a very peaceful country, crimeless country, and very they have it's a patriotism is there. Therefore, I am happy to know that how that tiny island people are able to live with peace and happy. And richness of any country depends upon how peaceful the human beings. Therefore, compared to India and many other countries, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and many other countries, Africa, Mauritius is placed in a much better place. Therefore, I am very happy, and I congratulate the people of the Mauritius for developing such a level. And Mauritius undergone several struggles and about the independence, because it was ruled by various countries, by the Dutch, French, then Britishers. But ultimately, because of the struggle of the local people, and they got the that is first one Mauritius in 1992, Mauritius was proclaimed as a republic within the Commonwealth countries, and Mauritius adopted a new constitution, and independence was proclaimed in 1968, that is 12th March 1968. And prior to that, 1947, there was a proclamation of the new constitution, and elections were held in 1942, and Labour Party won. And thereafter, 1992 and 1968, a new constitution was adopted. 1968 and 92, republic was proclaimed. Mauritius was proclaimed as a republic. And I am very happy to know that there was an agitation by the students about the quality education. And as a result of that, today, the Mauritius people are able to get a free education, health, up to the tertiary level, and the transportation also. It's a great welfare measure for the uniform development of the people of the country, because to eliminate the oligarchism, the caste dominance of a few handful persons, the education health is required for all the persons. The development depends upon the education and health of the common people. Therefore, these two things are being provided by the Mauritius government. It is a dream insofar as India is concerned, because education has been commercialized in India, health has become very costly in India, and similarly in other neighboring countries. Therefore, when I am compared when I was comparing, so I was very feeling very happy about the development of the Mauritius. And the Mauritius, I also came to know that the total population of the Mauritius Republic, as per 2011 census, only 12 lakhs 75,000, out of which 6 lakhs 25,000 was males and 6 lakhs 35,000 is the females. That means out of 6 lakhs 40,000, female ratio is a little bit more. That is only 13,000 is more. It's no problem. And the spoken language of the Mauritius is Bhojpuri, Chinese, Hindi, Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, Urdu also. And this as I already stated that the education system consists of the primary, pre-primary, primary, secondary, tertiary. And government is investing more than 13% of its budget for the education. It is an investment for the development of the nation. It's the investment of the individual students for the developing. And as a result of which, today, many of the lower middle class poor people are able to become the doctors, lawyers, then lecturers, and are able to get good opportunities. And there are universities, main public 2 universities and 1 open university apart from other universities. And the adult literacy is much more than India. Of Mauritius, adult literacy is concerned. And there is a political stability, low crime rate, coupled with the modern infrastructure and connectivity. It is a home to number of the international banks, legal firms, corporate services, investment funds, private equity funds, financial product services, so many things. And the country has built up a solid reputation by making use of best practices and adopting strong legal and regulatory framework to demonstrate its compliance with the international demands for the greater transparency. Mauritius is a major tourist destination. Mauritius is adopting information, is able to make use of the information technology skills, and Mauritius is famous for the flora and fauna. And and I was seeing Mahatma Gandhi also on the way to South Africa to India. He stayed for the 2 weeks in Mauritius and motivated the people of the Mauritius to get education and participate in the politics. So that seed which has been sown by Mahatma Gandhi has given the fruits today. Today. And insofar the legal system is concerned, I was going through about the legal system. The Constitution of the Mauritius established separation of powers between the legislature, executive, and the judiciary, guaranteeing the protection of the fundamental rights and freedom of individuals. So what the individual wants, he would like to have the protection of these fundamental rights and freedom. And the court system are the 2-tier system, that is the subordinate courts and the Supreme Court. And above that, there is a judicial committee of the Privy Council. That is the final court of the Mauritius. So this Privy Council of the final court has got the powers like the Supreme Court India, that is a power to grant leave against any case. And I don't know about the courts, definitely all courts in the entire world will have the judicial review to review the decisions of the administrative actions, whether the administrative actions taken by the executive or the administrators are in accordance with the law or not. When it questioned before the court of law, courts decides and reviews the decision and set rights the thing and directs to act according to the law. And that is the power of the judicial power. Judicial power to correct the decisions of the administrators. And the courts also will have in India, they have the power to even to review the legislation. If the legislation is made contrary to the constitution, against the fundamental rights, against the basic structure, and in those extraordinary circumstances, if it is unconstitutional, even legislation made by the legislatures also will be set aside by the Supreme Court in India. But I do not exactly know and what is what is this privy judicial committee of the Privy Council, which is the final court of Mauritius, has got the judicial power insofar as the legislative acts are concerned and acts of concern. And Mauritius is a major tourist destination, and the country has built up solid reputation by making use of the best practices. Then Mauritius is a friendly country to the many countries. And insofar as India is concerned, I will like to say one thing. Then India, if you take the Indian constitution, as per the preamble of the constitution, then the people of the India resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, secular, democratic republic, and to secure all its citizens justice, social justice, economic justice, political justice, liberty of thought, expression, belief and faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among all the citizens fraternity, assuring the dignity of individuals and unity and integrity of the nation. The fundamental rights are mainly the equality, prohibition of discrimination, equal opportunity, freedom of speech and religion, right to education, prohibition of traffic in human beings, forced labor and child labor, etc. Under the separation of powers, I have already stated that the legislation makes the law, executive administers the law, judiciary reviews the administrative and the judicial acts. And there is no, insofar as the subject is concerned, subject on which I am asked to address, then how to boost the self-confidence in the legal profession. So why do we read the law? Why we become the lawyers? If you see the history of every nation, the lawyers have led the independence movement. Lawyers have participated in the freedom struggle. Lawyers have contributed every nation for making the legislation and writing the laws and to uphold the and participate in the justice delivery system. So justice delivery system is only mainly for the social justice. Justice. Courts cannot make law. Court cannot administer the laws, but only courts delivers the justice delivery system insofar as the mainly social justice. Social justice related to the family matters, property disputes, and the service matters, taxation, and many other things. The courts. If the courts are not there, there will not be any check or regulation on the executive and on the legislation. Therefore, courts acts as an empire between the executive and legislature to set right the things and to set right the things. And everybody and the legal profession is a honorable profession, is a noble profession. Therefore, to protect it as a noble profession and a honorable profession, we should develop our personality, conduct, character to such a level of the nobility, and to respect that, these all the legal practitioners are very respectable, and we should see that and this profession is honored and treated on high pedestal. Then how to boost our the confidence is then sister was saying there cannot be any shortcut to become and to flourish for a budding lawyer. For a budding lawyer, what he has to do, because of the lack of powers, lack of knowledge, mastery of the facts, he will not have the confidence. He will not have the self boost. And therefore, the lawyers should empower themselves by thoroughly knowing the law subjects, and they should be able to, even in the dream also, they should be able to remember what is the Transfer Property Act, what is the Criminal Procedure Code, what is the Evidence Act, what is the Civil Procedure Code, what is the taxation. So all the laws, whichever field they are practicing, family law, they should be very thorough. So to become a very very popular professionist, and you should be thorough with the law and facts. While presenting a case, you should be able to gather all the facts thoroughly from the client, and you should draft such a level and present before the appropriate court and argue it. Then an arguing counsel should develop such a reputation that he should develop the confidentiality, reputation, faithfulness, truthfulness, and the judge should be able to believe that this lawyer tells the truth, he is thorough the facts and law, therefore he is entitled to get the relief. So that is the tactic the lawyers should have it, and to become a successful lawyer. There is no shortcut for the lawyers. Therefore, he should be very hardworking. He should devote and dedicate his time, and the profession, and bar is our mother, bar is our legal partner, bar is our then everything, because bar makes the lawyer to learn everything. Therefore, he should not waste his time in the corridors of the courts, in the corridors of the law colleges, by chit-chatting, wasting time in the friends, and he should have an highest aim, a target. Until he reaches the target, he should not deviate from this the target by wasting his time and spending his time, and by attracting some vices or other. I have seen many famous lawyers who have ruined because of their vices. Therefore, the success depends upon how much then sincere, how much righteous, how much your character is built with morals, ethics, and values. Therefore, you should build the reputation, image, goodwill, and get confidence of the judge that your contentions are trustworthy, believable, and reliable. Put your efforts sincerely, honestly, thoroughly, and the result will follow according to your efforts. Every human being has unlimited powers, and you have immense power to master the subjects in any field and in any branch. Nothing is impossible for the human being. You have a great and bright future to go and to develop your knowledge by going abroad to the United States, USA, UK, and get further studies for the better opportunities and better avenues. You can also, even in India, there are national law schools are there. National law schools are excellently, they are imparting. But to practice in Mauritius, and there is nothing impossible to thorough with your local laws and your constitutional subjects is concerned. And just before going to that, the and insofar as sister, before the beginning of the session, sister was saying that now you see the Mauritius scenario is concerned. Mauritius is consisting of various ethnics, various religions, various languages. Then various languages. Then various languages are there. Fortunately, there are no communal riots. There are no religious fictions. There is no any peacelessness in Mauritius. So thanks to the Mauritius people for living an harmonious life with other religions and with other human beings also. And insofar the sister Rupa was saying, and there is a spiritual knowledge is required for the mental health, and the physical knowledge is required for the bodily development, bodily health. So mental health, before dealing with the mental health and how to boost the confidentiality in the legal profession, we must empower ourselves. We must empower ourselves. What is the self? Self is a spirit. Self is a non-material. Self is immaterial. But what is the physical knowledge? Physical knowledge relates to the physical development, material things, and 5 elements. Therefore, there is two different things, and the physical development depends upon the spiritual empowerment. Unless you spiritually empower yourselves, unless you rejuvenate, unless you charge yourself, unless you develop your self-confidentiality of the peace, courage, tolerance, then power to discriminate, power to judge, power to accommodate, power to cooperate, power to all these 8 powers, unless you develop these 8 powers, then you will not be a successful lawyer and you will not be a successful judge. Therefore, spiritual knowledge is required for the development of the and for the excellence in excellence of the legal in the legal profession also. So then many of the people will have a negative thinking, but kind of the weaknesses of the superstitions and unrighteous and unscientific faiths and beliefs. So for that, we should have the knowledge, spiritual knowledge. What is the spirit? Spirit is a consciousness. Spirit is energy. Spirit is a soul. Spirit is power. But it is an eternal, indivisible, indestructible, that Brahma Kumaris teaches us excellently. It is not a superstition, and this knowledge is not available in any religious scriptures, but it is a unique knowledge which I got it and benefited when I became the judge in 2019. 14 years I was a judge of the AP High Court, retired and acting Chief Justice. Then there was, after I was appointed a chairperson, National Commission for Backward Classes, Government of India, in the status of Union Cabinet Minister, to do the social justice only. And thereafter also, the government of Andhra Pradesh is taking my services as a chairperson of Higher Education Regulatory Monitoring Commission. In all the almost universities, universities and medical, engineering, law, entire higher education comes within my purview to regulate, fix the fee, and prevent the exploitation, prohibit the capitation fee, and monitoring of the education institutions. So that problem is not there because government itself is giving a free education in the Mauritius is concerned. So therefore, I was thrilled to know that the Mauritius government is able to give the higher education at the free of cost. Then physical knowledge relates to the material things of the human being, 5 elements, etc. That is the legal profession, medical profession, technology. All things are the material knowledge. But the spiritual knowledge is different, and it is about the non-material, and it teaches, and it empowers, and it teaches about the consciousness, energy, soul, power, and whatever name you call. But every human, there is a spirit present in every human being, and which is eternal and imperishable. And creator is only one. Creator is only one, creator of all human beings and all the creations. Creator is only one. There cannot be one creator of the Muslim religion, one creator for the Hindu religion, one creator for the Buddhist religion, because nobody can say is a creator of the humanity. Creator of the humanity can only be the one supreme being and one supreme soul, one supreme power and one supreme consciousness, and is an eternal and is imperishable and is indestructible like the soul, like the spirit also. Therefore, now present days, all human beings have lost their power of the discharged their power, original power. When the human beings were full of with the original powers of the purity, peace, then bliss, love, knowledge, those people were, maybe we are calling them, or they are the divine beings. In every religion, they are the divine beings. In the Hindu religion, Buddhist religion, Christian religion, and Sikh religion, every human being, they are very divine beings, but they are not the creators. They are also creation. Therefore, unless we know that we are the creation of the one God, then we will not have any prejudice or religious fiction among other society, and we will not have any negative thought, negative feelings against the creation of the God, because everybody is a creation of God. Therefore, we are all brothers and sisters, and we have love and affection and concern and care for sharing for everybody. So therefore, the creation is different from the creators. The followers of various religions are also the creation of the one God. And this knowledge benefited me, because this knowledge develops the quick understanding and quick then knowing the intricacies of the law and the facts, and there will not be any doubt, and therefore we will boost up our confidence, and with authority of law and facts we can present before the court, and we can satisfy the everybody. So the power of judgment, power of discerning, power of tolerance, power to accommodate, power to adjust, power to even give some kind of the good advice is required for each and every jurist and also for every human being. So that is not taught, unfortunately, in the law colleges, in the courts, in the workplaces, anywhere it is not taught. But this kind of the knowledge we can get only with the Brahmakumaris. So Brahmakumaris will not charge you and will not do anything, and they are doing very selfless service. Selfless service, the way in which they are experiencing bliss, peace, happy, confidence, and the self with a lot of self boost and self confidence they are living. They want others also to get the advantage about the knowledge given by the Creator. So what is that Creator and how to boost up? You will be knowing just within 7 hours only. Every day, by half an hour or 1 hour, you get that knowledge, and you change within 7 days. How much change it will come in your personality, in your being, because human being every day dies because of the fear, insecurity, and superstitions, and lack of knowledge, lack of this thing empowerment. So once we empower ourselves, we will not have any fear, because this soul never dies, and we will not, we know what is going, we will become. So material earning is different from the spiritual earning. So spiritual earning is, it comes along with us, but material earning will not come with us. Everything perishes here only, but which comes with us is immaterial and imperishable knowledge. That is most important. That is the real earning. Therefore, these few things.
Bhaiji, because we are bound by time, we would
over.
like.
My time is over. Any questions and answers they can pose.
Yeah, we have a few questions prepared on the theme of how to boost self-confidence. And I request now Giona to kindly put forward the questions which our guest here will reply. Can you please, Giona, ask the questions?
So the first question that I have is, you must have seen many young barristers at court who struggles their first few times. What advice can you give to new and young barristers who have just started to practice law?
No, I have not heard. Please kindly repeat that question again.
Yes, of course. You must have seen many young barristers at court who struggles at their few times. What advice can you give to new and young barristers who have just started to practice in law?
Sister, I have covered in my speech, and my speech contains this answer. I said you should be, young lawyers should be thorough with the law, with the facts, and with a good manners. You should be able to present with brevity and with boldness and without fear and without this thing. Therefore, if he presents, then he should develop his self-confidence that he can deliver the things excellently. He should have the positive thinking. Now, today I am going to present before the. He should practice. He should do rehearsal in the office, and he should discuss with his senior and other colleagues. And unless he is thoroughly prepared, then obviously he will not have any confidence. He will not be able to present before the court in the initial stages. There may be a language problem. There may be maybe the fear complex. There may be other problems. But unless you are thorough with the facts and law, and have the tremendous self-confidence and positive attitude, you will better and you will tester in the court of law, and you will get confused. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we have another question. What are the different steps that can help us to boost up our self-confidence?
I have told in detail, sister, in detail. I told in the detail. Then there are two things. You should maintain the physical health properly and mental health properly. For physical health, the diet, natural diet, exercise, and thorough reading of the law is required. Mental health is not taught anywhere. Therefore, you should have the spiritual knowledge, understanding about the self and about the supreme self, supreme being, and the self, and about something relating to the eternal consciousness, which is self is really that I the self speaking, I the self seeing, I the self hearing, and self doing. But this body is only my instrument, my vehicle, but I am the main master. Therefore, I should have the control of my sense organs. I should have control on my eyes, my speech, my tongue, my ears, my performance. So that is the spiritual health, and by that only you will be able to boost your self-confidence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I will now invite the audience, if they have any questions, to put their questions forward. Thank you.
So anybody
Yes,
from
can
the
yes,
participant have any question?
yes, can you, yes,
Oui, allez-y.
yes. If I
Yes.
turn on my video, then it's going to, the connection is going to be very bad. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for the
We
excellent
can hear you.
sharing. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
we
hearing.
can.
Yes, thank you very much for the excellent talk. I am Arvin. I have been coached about 10 years ago in England, and I work at the Director of Public Prosecutions in Mauritius. So I prosecute offenders every day. Every day I'm dealing with violent crimes, rape, child abuse, drug trafficking, and so on. And sometimes it's mentally exhausting because every day we are doing that. So I mean, I want to know exactly how do we recharge mentally, because every day we have to go look at photographs of violent crimes, deal with drug dealers, rapists, and so on. So every day, how exactly what are the steps we can take so as to recharge properly, mentally, spiritually, so that the next day we can go and work again in this violent atmosphere. So perhaps if you could share a few tips on that, please.
Thank you, brother. It's an excellent question you have posed it, because every lawyer almost undergoes this kind of the situation. After all, we the jurists, the lawyers, are supposed to earn for the peace and some kind of the help to the family, and to get a smile and something, to get something from the courts. But after doing a lot of work in the courts, but at the end of the day, what is that you are earning? What is that with what kind of the face you are going to the house? And suppose if you have a married, your wife doesn't want to see your sorrowful face, your peacelessness, and your mother doesn't want to see that kind of the disturbed person. But they want to see a smiling face, a peaceful face, and very pleasant face. Even clients also would like to see, clients also would like to see the same personality with you. Suppose if you are impatient, if you are anger, if you are do thing, then you are disturbing yourself, you are disturbing your clients also. Therefore, my dear brother, I have very clearly stated in my speech that every day morning you should feed the self about the, you should charge yourself in the morning by thinking that you are a peaceful soul, you are a powerful soul, you are a blissful soul, you are a happy soul, and you are able to then, and you got immense powers, and therefore you should thorough, and therefore justice delivery system itself to give some peace and solace and some solution to the clients. Therefore, you are a solution giver, you are a peace giver, and you are able to solve the problems. So these things you should practice. That practice is just within 5 minutes. I can't make you to teach or understand, but by practice only you will you will lead a very peaceful, happy, blissful, and successful life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Do anyone from the audience have more questions?
Anybody having any question for our guest speaker? Vanessa, any question concerning self-esteem or any other area in the legal field? We have an opportunity here to get the best from someone who have had a long experience in this field.
And my experience, if I tell you, brother, my experience, the advocates used to get surprised in the morning 10:30 with the same smiling face with the same the peacefulness and alertness and quick understanding and quick decision. In the evening 4:15 also I used to have the same position. So people, advocates used to get really surprised how it is possible. How it is possible. So every minute I used to practice that I am only an instrument. I am acting neutrally, impartially, and as a trustee only. Because if you think that I, the physical body, in fact, which is different from the spiritual consciousness, so a lot of difference is there. By small practice, you will be able to overcome that kind of the stress, strain, and that kind of the inconvenience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. I will now invite Sister Reka for a few minutes of meditation.
So we have had such a beautiful opportunity to listen to our guest speaker, our respected brother Justice Aishwarya from Andhra Pradesh, who has so beautifully exposed to us, first of all, the history of our own country. It's so rare that we think about our own country, and it was wonderful to hear about our country from someone who is out of the country. So thank you, brother, for beautifully exposing the history of our country and the legislation of our country and the constitution of our country and comparing it to India. And then you've taken up the topic of boosting up self-confidence and what are the different steps that people in law should take to be ready to face what they have to face on the field. And you have so well pointed out the need for physical health for the lawyer or whatever is his profession in the legal field. Very important, the physical health, the mental health, but most important, the spiritual health of the person, of the individual. And you have yourself shared your experience of how people around you were surprised that in the morning you have that fresh, smiling face with the energy, and you maintain the same energy by the end of the day. And this is the magic of spirituality. But the key word you repeated several times was practice, practice, and practice. But which practice? The practice of the awareness of who I am, the spiritual self, the spirit inside. So this is what we are going to practice in 2 minutes. And of course, if you want to learn more about meditation, more about how to emerge the energy from inside and to keep the spirit high and be ever ready and prepared on the field of work, then we invite you to join our meditation courses free of charge at any of our Brahma Kumari's meditation center. But for today, for tonight, I'm going to guide you into a short meditation practice, which I'm sure if you practice daily will help you boost up your energy and boost up your self-confidence. So I will request Vaishnavi to share a video, and I invite everybody just to sit relaxed wherever you are at home. Find a relaxed seat, chair, or sofa, or whatever. Just sit relaxed and keep your eyes open and watch a beautiful light that you can see. I hope you can see on the screen. And you can play the music, Vaishnavi. So I make my body stable on my seat. And I try to relax my body. I take a few deep, long breaths. I breathe in and then I breathe out. And I keep my eyes on the point of light on the screen. I don't have to fix, but just pose my eyes there and focus on my breathing. I breathe in, relax the body, and then breathe out. And every time I breathe in, I turn my attention towards myself, away from the world and from the life that I have led throughout the whole day. So I breathe in and I turn my mind in and then breathe out. And I breathe in, turning my attention, my focus inwards, and then I breathe out. And then gently again breathe in. And I look inside myself and then breathe out. And then I breathe in and be in touch with my thoughts and my feelings. And then gently I breathe out. And then I breathe once more. And now I'm in touch with my inner self, the one who I am behind this body, the soul, the self, the energy, the consciousness, the Atma. I keep breathing naturally, and I keep focusing on my inner self. I realize that I'm not just this physical body made of flesh and bones, made up of matter. But inside this body, I exist as life, as a being, a thinking, conscious being. Being full of wisdom, a being who knows what is right, what is wrong, a being who can think and feel, a being who has the power to understand others. I am a spiritual energy, a soul behind the eyes, shining in the center of the forehead. When I start realizing that in this physical world, I have a physical identity connected to the body, but I also exist in this world as a spiritual being inside the body. And I recognize other beings around me, other people around me, those I live with, work with, or work for. They too, at the external level, they are physical bodies. But inside, they are like me, souls, spiritual beings. And at the spiritual level, we are all the same. We are all creation of the Creator. God, who is known as light, we, His creations, His children, we are also like Him, beings of light on this earth. Our bodies are different, with different nationalities, languages, different qualifications, social positions, difference in position, in color, in language. But inside at the spiritual level, as spirits, as souls, we all belong to one. We are the same. We are souls, eternal, peaceful, loving, wise, pure, joyful beings. And this is what connects us to each other and connects us to God. At this spiritual level, I find satisfaction, peace, and harmony within myself, which I share to all souls on this planet. Our roles are different, like in a movie. But inside the soul, the actor, we all actors, we are the same. Have the qualities of God, which are peace, love, power, bliss, knowledge, and happiness. The more I'm connected to my inner peace, my inner being, the more I'm protected from the physical external influence. I'm a source of positive energy, strong enough to counteract the external negative forces of this world. Take a long breath to finish my meditation. I breathe in, connect to the soul and the peace inside, and then I breathe out. And remember all our souls, and they too have their inner peace. Om Shanti. I thank you all very much for spending some time with us. But first of all, I would like to thank our very respected brother who has kindly accepted to be our guest speaker today at very short notice. Justice Aishwarya ji, aapko bahut bahut shukriya from Mauritius. And thank you for sharing your experience and your knowledge with us. I'm sure those who have been watching you on YouTube and being here on the Zoom have benefited. And we will be needing you in our future programs too. We meet once every month on the last Thursday of every month. So we would like to have you in our future programs because we have to learn so much from you, especially the new people in this legal field need your experience and your guidance. So we will be, I'm sure you will accept our future invitations and will be with us in our future program. I also thank all the participants on Zoom and YouTube who has joined us. And I'm sure because this video, this event will be there on our YouTube channel. There'll be others who are busy at this time, will be watching and taking the benefit later on. So thank you all for taking your time to be with us. We give you rendezvous next month, the last Thursday of next month, with another beautiful topic connected to the legal field. And with these few words, I wish you all a very pleasant night. And keep safe, keep well, and all the best to you. Om Shanti.
Thanks to the Supreme Judge, Supreme Being, Supreme God, our protector and savior.
Thank you for reminding us. Thanks to the Supreme. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Giona, for being with us, helping us to organize tonight's event.